No, I see myself as an artist, working with scientists in order to realize ideas. Everything I know about philosophy and art was taught to me by my parents. They had many artist friends. My mom was working as a painter, and then she was doing more like craft work, like tapestries. We have many painters in my family. I'm the only new media artist, or media artist if you wish.
Oh, so you come from a river of art.
There was a river of art that I was exposed to. My father was the first person who first started talking to me about this is bad art.
A woman's digital portrait notices the spectator enter the installation space, then observes and responds to the way she eats the apple. As the apple is eaten, the portrait becomes excited, glows, and gains digital weight.
After high school, I went back to Greece for 3 years. I was enrolled in a program. It was about performance art.
But why did you want to do performance art?
I wanted to explore more the human body and its boundaries, and the human body within the space. And because I was interested in artists like Marina Abramovic, for example, that uses performance and video, and yeah.
If the visitor abstains, the portrait fades. It also notices when she exits.
In these 3 years in Athens, it was fantastic in a way that I tried different things, a bit of performance art, a bit of theatre studies, and at the same time doing a double major in philosophy. So I always think of that period as foundation. And then I went back to Switzerland, and in Switzerland I wanted something that it was more quiet and more structured towards one thing. So I started studying with Suzanne Chammas. When I choose to work or collaborate with people, for me it starts instinctual. It's about chemistry.
But what were you drawing from her? What were you learning from her?
To breathe. Suzanne taught me to concentrate and taught me how to use my breath, that I can't master but I'm aware of. If you look at my work now, this transformation of the performance in a different dimension, or the performative element, and where the spectator is, I'm still asking the same questions. I must say that although I had all this training in performance, I'm a horrible performer. Then I decided to come to Australia. It was a childhood dream. I was fascinated with the context, with the history, with the possibility, something that it was old and new at the same time as a continent. My current work is a byproduct of this culture, and it's very different to anything I've done in Switzerland or anywhere else in Europe.
So when you first got to Australia,
yeah.
Did you enroll in a course
at
here?
COFA, yes.
Oh, so basically you applied and,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
thought. So you had some place to come to.
Yes.
What did you find about the way they looked at art here versus your traditional way of thinking from Switzerland and even from Athens?
You know, see, when you're in Europe, everything European, I was completely anti-European.
Okay.
But in Australia, because it was in a different context, there was this wonderful distance that we could re-examine concepts, because I wasn't physically located there, and there wasn't that all the preciousness about these people and their theories and about this art form.
Yes.
Everything was much more, it was okay, we could talk about these things. We weren't scared to touch them or express opinions. I love nature so much here, but also I love the fact that it's not safe.
Why is that so important to you?
I go back to the Asian Greeks, pan metro aristo, you need balance.
Yes.
Balance. And Australia gives me that balance. It gives me that balance without compromising the passion. The passion to live, the passion to create, the passion to take